Hi guys, John with you, and this is the latest update on the Abrams from Academy 135th scale. Lovely kit, I must admit. It really is a nice kit. As many of you may know me, I'm predominantly World War II vehicles and armour. Every now and then I'll do something modern, just to kind of, I don't know, keep me alert, I suppose, with all this modern technology. I'm actually really enjoying this one. This will go nicely on the shelf with my few modern models. I did the T14 Armata, and I also did a Leopard. I think it was a Leopard 1 I did, and I did a British, not the Challenger. What's the other one? The older one. Whatever. Anyway, so this will go nicely with them, shall we say? I'll kind of keep them together and keep them away from the World War II stuff, in case they get a bit violent. Can't be having that. Okay, can't have them attacking each other on the shelf. But anyway, as you saw the last time, I got the turret all finished off. Okay. Did a little bit of sanding underneath the turret now and got it all kind of really cleaned off, and as you can see, the fit in that is absolutely gorgeous. Whoa, there we go. You know, you can see like that piece inserts into that, so you have the outer say portion, which would be the top, and the inner portion is the bottom, and it's very hard to see the join. You can see it in one or two tiny little places, alright. Okay, and I'm not too worried about them at all, because they're going to be, you're not going to ever get to see them. So it's just nice when everything sort of fits together like that. I mean, that didn't take very much sanding at all. Bit of dust still in there, but really nice. And the gun is very nicely articulated. It'll go up and down. Very pretty. We like things to go up and down. Okay, so I moved on and we're up to here now. Okay, step number 22, where I was doing the remote control 50 cal. That's on. It goes on to one. I call it a doghouse. I don't know exactly what it's called. Okay, this is this yoke here. Okay, it's got two little opening doors and there's some sighting things inside in it. Don't know what it is. Haven't the faintest idea. So don't ask me. But shall we say, putting all these together, a little bit fiddly, especially when it came down to this piece here, the ammunition belt, shall we say. You use a rubber part, as you can see there. It says rubber part. I super glued it in. Went in okay for a finish. Did take a fair amount of trial and error. This piece here went on, and should we say, it was kind of loose when I was trying to play around with it, so I really had to kind of wait for the glue to set up on that before I started working on this, because it once the rubber part went on, it wanted to push this piece off. So if you are doing that, I suggested you make your gun piece, make your ammunition box, stick the ammunition box on, and leave it for a good while, and then go playing around with the rubber part. Otherwise, you'll have the same nightmare as me, and I almost to the point of getting a hammer. It came off so many times, but little bit of cop on from John. I decided to leave it for a while and go back to it, and I went on. I did a few other bits and pieces. Actually, I went over to here and I did the doghouse thing. And when I came back to it, then it was grand. We'll just have a look at those. Okay, there's the makeup of the gun. Okay, and you can see quite a lot of little pieces to go into it. The doghouse as well. We have a clear part here. Okay, these two parts come together, make the part, the clear part, and the screen in front of it. I've glued them in, and the great thing about the way this is fitting, right? I'll just show you the doghouse first. Okay, there's the doghouse, and as you can see, the part isn't in it. The clear part, it's not in there. look under there, I can fit it afterwards. Ta-da! So here it is. Okay, I even went mental and painted the glass blue, clear blue. Okay, so that will actually fit in very, very easy. Just kind of slots into place. It would no, it won't play ball with me now because I said it fits in very easy. If I said to this, you have to give it a bit of a wiggle. It would pop in straight away, wouldn't it? But there we go. That pops in there. A little bit of glue there, a little bit of glue there. That'll keep that in place. And then when you look at it from the front, it'll be all in place. With the blue glass. Okay, I don't know whether it's supposed to be blue or clear or whatever. I decided to paint it blue. And I'm happy with that. So I'm going to take it out just in case I lose it. There's this thing here. Now, is it called a doghouse? I don't know. Let me know in the comments box. I'm sure somebody will let me know. Okay. My good Abrams tanker friend, he'll let me know. Okay, and here's the gun. Right. Now, beautifully detailed. Really, really nice. When everything went together, everything was absolutely gorgeous. Right, so as you can see, some nice rivety detail there. Gives it the sensors and the lights and all that kind of thing, the camera. Okay, and there's that rubber. My finger keeps setting the camera off, and there's that rubber piece there with the bullets. Okay, I think that came out very, very nice. Okay, I really do. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. But then again, I would say that because it's my kit and it took me so long to get it in. I was quite happy with it. Okay, so again, I'm not gluing it in place until I have it all painted. But there she is, fitted. Now, for some weird reason, it's got it. When you fit it, the gun isn't dead straight. It's at an angle because there's a little kind of a key here and the corresponding key in the bottom piece. Now, it could have been me because this piece here, you can sort of move it around in any direction. And I glued it in place thinking I'd got it right. The drawings in this, okay, are very, very, shall we say, they could be better as opposed to being very, very whatever. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. Little things like D14 and D26 here, okay. Where are we? Yeah, D14 and D26. Now that goes into that, right? Now it took me just, I wouldn't say very, very long to figure out how it went in, but the drawings could have been just a little bit better, okay? And especially then when it came to this piece here. This is the piece I'm talking about. There's that circle piece there. Now, there's a little kind of an extra lip piece here, and judging by the drawings, that says that lip piece points towards this thing here. Okay, points in that direction, which is what I did. Now, if we look underneath, I don't know if it will show it or not. Right? Oh, there's that big piece there, and there's that little lip. Okay, which points where it says on the instructions. I don't know if you can make it out. Can you make it out? Yep. Now you can see it, right? And therefore that little key. So when you pop this onto that, and it slots into its little piece at home, the gun is pointing to the side. It is not pointing dead straight. Now, not really to, not a sort of a total totally averted to having it like that, you know, because in reality the thing will do a full 360. So whatever pitch position it lands in, I mean, even if you point it sort of off in that direction, it's technically correct, isn't it? So I don't know if say straightforward would be the travelling position or not. I don't know, but the key anyway, it's going to be at a slight little angle. I suppose it adds a bit of contrast to it, doesn't it? A little bit of contrast to it. Okay, so I did that. I also, you know, cut off the spare wheel that goes on the top here. There's a little plate here with 4 raised nubs, and they pop into, say, the holes there that are there for the bolts for fitting it onto the tank itself. You know, the wheel hub, it fits in there. Lovely jubbly. Now I'm waiting to glue that into place. I want to see first, is whatever that goes here going to obstruct painting getting around it. If it does, then what I'll do is I'll paint that separately and then fit it on. But I would like to have it, say, fitted first and then paint it, rather than, you know, I don't want to leave too much, say, for individual paintings. You know, when I do World War II stuff, I like to paint the tools on it. I glue the tools in place and do my detailed painting with everything in place. Never had a problem with it before. Now I do know that for this it would be much easier to do that in when it's off the vehicle, so I can get in around it and things like that. You know, there's certain items that you just can't avoid, but excuse me, if you can avoid it, if I can avoid it at all, I'll paint everything on, as much on the vehicle as I possibly can. Now, that little gun isn't actually finished yet, because with this kit it got a little bits of PE, bit of photo etch. Okay, so, and even at that now, the pictures themselves aren't that great either. Okay, there we go. There's 2 pieces of PE there, PE9 and PE13. Okay, it shows them in place, but what do they actually look like? Right, now it does give a photograph of that on the real one. There's the real McCoy here, right? This is PE9, is this kind of a bracket here that goes on the top, and PE13 is this piece here, which seems to kind of wrap around up and over of that piece, right? So that's 9 and 13. Okay, and then we've got down here, we've got 12, 10 and 11, or 11, 10, 11, 12, whichever way you want to do it. Okay, and then it gives us the photograph up of the actual pieces in place and what they are. Okay, and what they look like. Right, so it does take a little bit of figuring out, because usually, like when it gives PE, it'll show you, you know, this piece has to be bended in this way, that way, or the other way. I don't know if there's any bend, like, judging by these instructions, I don't know if there's any bending to be done or anything. It's literally a case of find out when you're playing around with it. You know, is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. It would nice, especially for me, because I'm not super when it comes to PE, but I would like to be able, shall we say, to have a kind of a little bit of a heads up on what has to be done to it. Okay, you know, is there a flange to be bent up or anything like that? So we'll move ahead and we'll get it done anyway. Well, we'll try and get it done. If it goes on, it goes on. If it doesn't, then whoops. You also have this hatch here. Okay, this hatch there at the back. That's going to be kind of played around with as well. There's a vision block to go into it. I have it cut off all right here. Okay, there's a vision block to go in there, and then kind of the cover piece. Right, you can see the cover piece there. Yep, there we go. Little cover piece, that's E4 H11 is the clear block, and we have a handle as well to go onto it, onto the top of it. And again, it's a case of it fits in pretty easy without any major hassles. Okay, I don't want to keep fitting and taking on and taking off. That tends to, especially for things like this, you can kind of end up damaging a piece the more you play around with it. But it does sort of pop in. There we go. But it doesn't there's nothing there to hold it at that side. But it'll keep it on when I'm spray painting it anyway. And then what I can do is I can add in my again, same idea again. I can get in from underneath, or I can kind of get in from up there by taking it off after it's painted. So far so good on the clear parts, because if you remember, I also have a clear piece to go in here to the driver's hatch. So I'm liking the way it's done so far, and I got to move on with some PE, and we'll see how that goes. I'm not an expert when it comes to PE. Actually, I'm a total novice when it comes to PE. Have done a couple of kits with PE. We've had varied success, some good, some bad, but some very bad actually. When I think of it, I think there's quite a number of little PE items have been rolled up into a ball, slapped a couple of times with a hammer, and then eventually fecked into the bin. But we'll continue. Okay, so moving on, we've got when they're done, we're on now here to some more shiny items. Okay, as in H10. When I say shiny items, I basically mean clear bits. Now, again, I'm hoping I can kind of get that in, not glue this piece down, glue that piece to that piece, alright, but not glue that piece on totally, so afterwards I can pop in the clear piece. That's here on that's what's behind our wheel. We've got extra little panels and little sticky up things. We've got the blow off panel here on the back. I think that's what they actually call the blow off panels. They're these things here. Okay, because your ammunition is all stored in there, and it's designed that if it gets a hit and anything goes wrong in there, these panels blow off, so any heat or explosion is dissipated off that way and away from the crew compartment, because there's big heavy doors there protecting the crew away from the ammunition. Nice idea, nice to compare, considering what like how a lot of the deaths in World War II happened purely down to the design of the vehicles and things like that. But the modern ones seem to be that little bit better, a little bit more caring. Okay. More glass going in here. Not so much here now with our other machine gun. Don't know what size it is, whether it's a 7.62 or a 50 cal. It looks 7.62ish. Probably is just a normal sort of 7.62 bell fed. That goes, where does that go? Yeah, that goes onto on back here. So again, it's a case of leave the gun off separate to get me, don't glue the gun in, make up all this without putting in the glass, and get everything painted, and then pop in the glass again afterwards. And then we're up then to commander's cupola and things, and same again then with the we've got a big glass parts going into that again. There we are, there's our H glass pieces. So complicated enough, but it looks pretty straightforward. A little bit fiddly. So I get what I'll do is I'll get this page done. It might take me a day, I might get it done, it might take me 2 days, but when it's done we'll come back and we'll have a look at all those then. And like I said, I'm going to fit as much as I can. and what I can't fit then, as in, for painting purposes, I'll have to leave off, because I don't want too much, because I can see, with all the extra little bits and pieces that going into this, lots more to come. I don't want to have too much, say, fitting after painting, because the glue sometimes kind of, reacts with the paint, and you end up with blobs and pieces that are not pretty, and I don't like them when they're not pretty. I do not like them when they are not pretty. So anyway, lads, that's it for this little update. I hope you'll join me again for the next one. Continuing on with this lovely, lovely kit. I keep saying it's a lovely, lovely kit, because it is. It really, really is. A little bit more different from the usual World War II armour, where it's kind of all the technology bits that go onto it, and they look pretty nice for a finish. Will I continue on with the modern armour? I'll do a bit here and there, but my first love would have to be the World War II armour. Don't know why. I think it just has characters, chunky. It's durable. It looks lovely. So anyway, that's it. I'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe. Enjoy your modelling. Don't forget to be nice to one another, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, of course, and hit the bell so you'll be notified as soon as I put up another video. Don't forget to give it the old thumbs up and the likes, and any comments would be really, really much appreciated, because that's sort of, the more comments and likes I get, that sort of plays with the algorithms of YouTube, and I'd get sort of pushed up along the ranks of viewers, shall we say, when you go searching for, type in an Abrams. If you've got an Abrams, my videos will be up there with the rest of some of the best guys, and it's nice to be sort of associated with some of those excellent modelers. So anyway, lads, I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe, bye bye, and go out and buy yourself a kit. You build it and you enjoy it, because that's what it's all about.